I think that one of the things that's worth noting is an alternative, not just to the breath, but like to complement the breath. So let's just say you're starting a meditation. I would say just do a full body scan to start. So you close your eyes, you take a couple deep breaths, and then you really just like feel, and this is important, you really have to feel your body. The goal here is sort of just to sit with how you're feeling. Like imagine, if something terrible happens and you feel that sensation in your body of like it's just really, it's tense. Well, you're always able to feel your body. It's just not always feeling bad, and it's not always feeling that great, but it's sort of just the feeling, like how it is, exactly as it is right now. Like if I'm to feel my body right now, and I close my eyes, or I don't even have to, you just feel it just is. So when I'm meditating, a lot of the things that, one of the things that helps for me is, I'm also focusing on the breath, but I'm also just resting. I really want to stress this, is resting my attention on my body exactly as it is. So it's not like I'm trying to change anything, it's not that I'm trying to rest, it's that the attention itself is rested on it. So it's not like a focus, it's sort of like a resting attention. It's the same way you rest your attention when you're going to sleep at night. You're sort of just like resting it on yourself, your feelings. So that's almost like a good starting point, is like when you're going to bed at night, notice how your attention might shift. You're letting go of everything because you don't have to do anything right now and you're about to go to sleep, but notice how that impacts your focuses and where your mind goes and all that type of stuff, and how you're just letting go and how you're just feeling your body the way it is a lot of the time, or how it's easier sometimes to feel more pleasant. People who don't have issues falling asleep may really notice this relaxing sensation that sort of washes over you when you hit the bed. And it might not stay there, but it's sort of like an initial thing when you finally lay down. And just give it a shot and just notice it. So, alright, so getting back to when you're starting out, so you're focusing on, you're resting your attention on your body exactly how it is, and sometimes you might just want to sit with that. And, the breath is going to be going, and your attention, because it's resting on your body, is also going to be resting on your breath. So while you're feeling all these sensations, sometimes it's easy when you're just focusing on your breath to lose your body altogether, or to get up in your head, and sort of your attention winds up here, right? So you're meditating and you feel your nose and you feel your mouth and what's going on over here a lot of the time, but you miss your stomach area and the rest of your body and how what's going on down there. So sometimes, and if it works for you, do it as much as you want, is because there are meditations that do specify the focus on the body and the resting attention on the body, to just sort of let that really, let your attention go all down and around you while you're breathing, so that it really doesn't get caught, in this area. Because while you are resting your focus, a lot of the time you're not getting the actual full benefits of a meditative session if you're not resting your attention on your body as a whole, or at least you don't end up resting your attention on your body as a whole. A lot of the times what happens is people wind up here first, right? When they first start meditating, it's really, you're up in your head, and then it takes a little bit of time to sort of bring it back down to the rest of your body. A good place to start when you're focusing on your breath is to focus on your stomach. Not necessarily, a lot of people will say, focus on the in and out, motion of your nose, and that's good, but you don't want to lose yourself from the neck down. It really is your core, and everything is spreading out from there. So if you bring your focus down there, odds are it's going to spread back out anyways, so I definitely recommend that. And the whole point of this is you're resting the attention on the busyness of your body, not trying to change it at all. You do not want to do that. You don't want to try to do that. You never want to try and do that. You're just resting your attention on it, which might feel uncomfortable. And it's one of the things that people like least about meditation. And they won't necessarily point it out to you. It's just the sitting with how everything is feeling within yourself, how everything is just generally feel the busyness, instead of distracting yourself with something else to do. People don't like that. It's so easy to find another distraction like a video game or a movie or music or whatever it might be, instead of just sitting with how your body currently feels. So one of the things that I find essential is sitting with your body, how busy it is, because it's only when you become comfortable with how busy your body and mind might feel, that is when it starts to bring itself back down. So you're not changing. That's why when people say you can't try to relax, and it's true, you can't, but you do this by resting your attention on where you're currently at. And if that makes you uncomfortable, you're still resting with that increased level of uncomfortableness, and it really doesn't matter how it changes, as long as you're resting with those sensations, for better or for worse. So that's really essential to understand when you're going into a meditative session. It's absolutely essential. It's paramount, really. And I'd say it's one of the cornerstones of meditation itself. So that's really all for now. I'll definitely be making more videos about this later, because there's so many different things you can not necessarily focus on, but just distract you from your practice, that are really easy to alleviate if you have the right guidance, or if you can really put your finger on it and identify it. So anyways, enjoy, good luck. I hope you really get into your next session. Peace.